Fang Liang's face darkened, and his voice was completely calm as he answered. I cut it off myself. Zhu Mingyue, San Tojiao, and Black-Held Chicken were all stunned by his reply. Black-Held Chicken stammered. This matter. Fang Liang, having lost his right arm, resolutely turned and walked away, not forgetting to say his farewells. If there's nothing else, I will go pay my respects to Ancestral Master first. Suddenly a voice called out, stopping him. Wait a moment, please hold your step. Zhu Mingyue ran up close to Fang Liang and asked with concern. You must be the martial Uncle Fang they mentioned, right? He was puzzled but confirmed. Yes, that's me. Inwardly, Fang Liang was bewildered by Zhu Mingyue's form of address. Being called martial uncle, has someone of my generation already taken disciples? Zhu Mingyue held out a prosthetic arm, intending to give it to Fang Liang. At the same time, different prosthetic arms kept flashing through Zhu Mingyue's mind, but she didn't forget to encourage him. Although I don't know what happened, we can definitely help you. Things will get better. Fang Liang was embarrassed by Zhu Mingyue's actions and words, so he hesitated and refused. Thank you, I don't need it. Fang Liang secretly evaluated Zhu Mingyue. Such heaven-defying ability. As expected, the ascetic cultivation mountain does not accept ordinary people. The scene shifts. In a sun-drenched cave dwelling, a voice rang out. I'm back. It was Fang Liang. He walked step by step toward where Han Ju was sitting. Fang Liang quietly called out, Ancestral Master. Suddenly, in the blink of an eye, he knelt down. Fang Liang bowed deeply, not daring to look up at Han Ju, and confessed. I finally understand why you do not venture out into the world and do not marry. Han Ju, with his noble and tolerant heart, replied, It's good that you know. A relationship tribulation is an inevitable thing in this world. Cultivate diligently from now on, and don't imitate your master. Having said this, Han Ju asked sternly about the matter concerning his lost arm. So, what happened? Tell me briefly and specifically. Fang Liang's face darkened. He seemed to have fallen into his own thoughts, returning to the days when he first entered the forest where a warning sign indicated the frequent presence of bears. At that time, Fang Liang, looking awkwardly at the map, commented, If I can quickly persuade senior brother Mu Rongqi to return, I'll still have a little time left to search for Xiang's whereabouts. Fang Liang was walking when he stopped upon seeing a woman unconscious on the ground and wondered, someone fainted from low blood sugar? Gradually walking closer, he could clearly see her face and cried out in alarm. Xiang. Fang Liang anxiously held her close to his body, continuously shaking her to wake Xiang up. He was confused and wondered what was happening. Why is the demon race saintess here? Are you all right? Wake up. Xiang, though her eyes were closed, seemed to have regained a bit of consciousness and replied, Fang Liang, is that you? I finally found you. Fang Liang shouted in fear. Xiang, what did you go through? The corner of Xiang's lips curled into a slight, cryptic smile, and she repeated the confusing words. Fang Liang, I'm fine. It's good that I found you. Finally, brother Fang Liang, son of heaven and earth. Her hand tightly gripped Fang Liang's arm. Streaks of black energy slowly spread from Xiang to his arm. Her words were full of hidden meaning. Finally, we can be together forever. We will be together forever. It was only then that Fang Liang noticed the abnormality. His eyes widened as he questioned. Xiang, what are you saying? Xiang, who was once a beautiful demon race woman, now seemed like a different person. Her eyes were sharp, and her sharp fangs were bared. In the blink of an eye, a powerful impact occurred, sending dust and debris flying everywhere. Fang Liang's face was stern. He was currently pinned down by the demon race woman Xiang, whose eyes were blood red. He gritted his teeth, tightly holding Xiang's hands, and shouted with a pale face. Xiang, what do you want to do? Stop right now! Xiang, controlled by a dark force, was no longer mentally clear. Her voice was gloomy and filled with death. Damn it, I'm only a little bit away. Fang Liang trembled all over, yet still tried to calmly question her. Xiang, you want to kill me? just as her body was engulfed by darkness, radiating streaks of black energy to attack Feng Liang. He shouted a warning. "Get lost! Don't force me to strike back!" But at this moment, an incredible shield of protective energy radiated from Feng Liang's body, pushing Xiang away. Feng Liang's arm was still wrapped in her black energy. He immediately realized, his heart sinking. Cough, I couldn't avoid it. Such dominant corrosive power, Feng Liang stated with absolute certainty. You are not Xiang. He was furious, the pain from his corroded arm surging through him. Feng Liang yelled at the figure resembling Xiang. Speak! Why did you turn my Xiang into this? Who exactly are you? Xiang's body was completely swallowed by the power of degeneration. The corner of her lips still slightly curved, and she casually uttered, Me? Who am I? She was smug and delighted, imitating the true Xiang. Brother Feng Liang. I am your Xiang. Why do you resist being with me so much? Suddenly, right after saying this, Xiang's eyes widened as if struck by something. The black energy surrounding her body inexplicably began to dissipate. Feng Liang knelt opposite her, witnessing the entire bizarre scene. Doubt surged in his heart. Just then, a pair of familiar eyes opened wide, looking at him in panic. She rushed to apologize. Brother Feng Liang, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It turned out that a part of the true Xiang's consciousness had regained control of the body. Tears streamed down her face as she explained. After being captured that year, I truly couldn't stop the corrosion of the degeneration. Feng Liang recalled a series of bloody battles. His face was as white as a sheet, and he questioned himself. Degeneration? Was it the disaster from the heavenly soldier's descent before? Damn it, why was Xiang corroded by that thing? He murmured, persuading Xiang. Xiang, come back with me. My ancestral master is an immortal, he can definitely save you. The degeneration possessing most of Xiang's body spoke with a gloating tone toward the weeping true Xiang. Haha, the Holy Land immortal said so. It requires the great fortune of the Son of Heaven and Earth like you. Even if your ancestral master is an immortal, he can't do anything. If you truly want what's best for me, let me devour a bit of your fortune. Just a small piece will do. Otherwise, as long as our demon race can unify the mortal realm, we can obtain the great fortune of your human race. At that time, I can surely use the fortune to suppress this damned corrosion. The true Xiang continuously tried to stop him. Brother Feng Liang, don't. The degeneration kept trying to lure him, its voice seductive. Feng Liang, don't you want to? Do you want to watch me die? Another voice urgently rang out, as if trying to pull him back from the brink. No, wake up. However, Feng Liang's mind was controlled at this moment. His eyes became hollow, and he unconsciously replied to Xiang. As long as you devour me, you will live, right? The degeneration loudly affirmed in response. Yes. The moment you are devoured, your vitality will transform into power for me to use. After listening, Hanju began to ask for more details. Was your mind controlled at that time? Feng Liang confirmed and added, yes, that corrosive power was too dominant. Even the tribulation transcendence realm, even the heaven and earth divine body, found it difficult to stop. Hanju, feeling powerless, said, this belongs to the power of rules. The mortal realm truly cannot stop it. So, what happened after that? So, he continued to elaborate after Hanju's question. Afterward, Feng Liang's eyes were filled with sorrow. Just by looking at him, one could tell he was troubled. He also shared. I don't know what happened. In the critical moment, my mind was awakened by a loud noise. I don't know who it was. In a trance, I felt it was the Holy Land immortal she mentioned. Hanju seemed unconvinced and asked back. Holy Land immortal? Are there still gods and immortals existing in this mortal world? Feng Liang subconsciously recalled the image at that time. A black silhouette was continuously urging. Kid, wake up! He asserted firmly to Hanju. This time, I didn't hesitate anymore. At that very moment, Xiang had closed the distance to within a hair's breadth. Fang Liang, thinking quickly, condensed spiritual energy into a blade with his remaining arm. Then, he sliced himself with one strike. Using the method of cutting off the arm, he immediately broke free from the control. And at that moment, the image of his severed right arm was clearly displayed. Hanju seemed very curious and continued to ask, "Did you defeat her afterward?" Fang Liang's voice was tinged with sadness as he denied, "No, she defeated herself." Hanju was astonished and let out a surprised, "Huh." He then continued the explanation. "Afterward, I learned that at that very moment, her original personality successfully regained dominance. She knew her time was running out. Everything was beyond saving. Therefore, she didn't evade. She chose to exchange her life for mine. In that battle, the wound from the severed arm, which was dripping with blood, was nothing compared to what Fang Liang was feeling in his heart at that moment." Even in her final moments, with death imminent, Xiang struggled to say a word of comfort to him. "Brother Fang Liang, don't be sad. You must cultivate diligently." The shadow figure behind her spoke loudly for Fang Liang in front. "Thank you. I am finally free." However, Fang Liang, in his despair, only knew how to deceive himself and deny everything. No! This is the end of the video. Catch the next chapters on the Kapper-sama YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe to support me. Thank you all very much.